Masturbation can lead to a release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, motivation, and reward. During sexual arousal and orgasm, dopamine levels rise significantly, creating a pleasurable rush. This feeling of euphoria can also be accompanied by the release of other neurochemicals, such as oxytocin and serotonin, which enhance the sense of well-being and relaxation. The brain responds to this rush by reinforcing the behavior, making it feel rewarding. Over time, the brain may start associating masturbation with this pleasurable reward, reinforcing the habit through a form of positive reinforcement. The intensity of this dopamine release can vary depending on individual factors like psychological state, emotional connection, and frequency of the behavior. It's worth noting that while the dopamine release from masturbation can provide a temporary sense of satisfaction, excessive stimulation or over-reliance on the reward system can have a negative impact. For some people, this can lead to habitual behavior, or a cycle where more stimulation is needed to achieve the same level of satisfaction, similar to the dynamics seen in addictive behaviors. Excessive sexual activity can potentially overstimulate the dopaminergic system, which is responsible for pleasure, reward, and motivation. The brain's release of dopamine during sexual activity can create a cycle of intense pleasure and craving, leading to a temporary desensitization of dopamine receptors. Over time, this overstimulation may result in reduced sensitivity to dopamine, requiring more extreme or frequent stimulation to achieve the same level of satisfaction. This dysregulation can affect motivation, mood, and even lead to addictive behaviors, disrupting normal emotional and cognitive functioning. When the brain experiences repeated overstimulation of dopamine through activities like excessive sex, the dopamine receptors become overstressed and less responsive over time. This is known as dopamine receptor downregulation. In this state, the brain's usual levels of stimulation no longer trigger the same pleasurable or rewarding responses, leading to a need for more intense or frequent stimulation to achieve the same effects. This can create a cycle where the brain's reward system becomes progressively less effective at processing normal rewards. The problem arises because it can impair motivation, increase dependency on high-stimulation activities for pleasure, and potentially lead to difficulty experiencing pleasure from everyday activities, contributing to mood disorders or addictive behaviors. Excessive sexual activity can lead to hormonal imbalances, including reduced levels of oxytocin, DHEA, and testosterone. While sex typically triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and increases testosterone levels, which enhance libido and muscle mass, chronic overstimulation can interfere with the natural regulation of these hormones. After frequent sexual activity, the body may experience a temporary decrease in oxytocin, which is linked to bonding and emotional connection, as the system becomes overwhelmed and less sensitive. Similarly, excessive activity can result in lower DHEA, dihydroepiandrosterone, a hormone important for energy, mood, and maintaining healthy testosterone levels. Prolonged overstimulation may disrupt the balance of these hormones, leading to fatigue, decreased libido, and emotional instability, and could contribute to a reduced capacity for bonding or emotional well-being. Additionally, sustained high levels of cortisol, a stress hormone, from overactivity can suppress testosterone production, leading to long-term hormonal imbalance.